G'day Minecrafters, and how you going? Stevo here with another video, and today I want to show you my new bacon farm. That's right, it's a bacon farm. It's a pig breeder cooking mechanism, and it's actually smaller than my cow farm, which is good. And yeah, I wanted to show it to you. Now, it's a pretty interesting way that we get it to harvest the baby pigs, and I'll show you. You'll see why in a moment. So we have all our main pigs up here. They're just sitting here. We press the button, much like the cow farm, and I just bred them recently, so I'll do it this way. The babies fall out the side because they're a slight bit shorter. We press this button, they fall down there. So we have a whole bunch of babies down there. We pull this lever, and they're encased underneath a half slab. Now, what you may not be aware of is something I recently discovered, at least for myself. I don't know if other people knew about it, but if you have a pig under a half slab, they're not taking any damage at all. Neither of the pigs is taking damage. However, when the baby grows to be an adult, he will die. He will die and drop his meat. Now, I've got this as a cooker setup underneath, in that the items fall into this furnace. Now, there is an input into the furnace with coal. This will put coal into the furnace, and the items that come out of the furnace will come out from below. So you can both get your output of meat from here and put your input of coal from here. So it's a dual acting chest right there. Items come up through here. So yeah, I may not do a time lapse like I did with the cow one to watch all the pigs die, but I might actually go down here and watch this one in action, do a time lapse of that, because it's hard. You can't really see what's happening in here, whereas down here you can. I'll have that at the end of the video as well, just as a proof thing. But the next thing I want to show you is how to build this thing. So stay tuned while we equip our inventory and get that underway. Now, I must first apologise for the I guess the items and such in the background. I don't normally have those kind of things in my video, so I want to apologise first off the bat. Now, to get into this, we build 4 across. We'll put in the redstone afterwards, and 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought so. And leave a gap there for our dispenser. Leave a gap there for some redstone, which we'll put in after, and some blocks in like so. Build a couple of blocks here, and we put our sticky piston down here. With we'll put some blocks down here, actually down here, for ease of the hoppers, which we'll put here and here. Now we want to we'll put our dispenser in now, which we'll put water in there in a moment. We build out one more over here, put some glass here, here and here, with one here. Now you need to have a solid block here, only because we're going to have a fence thing there. Now if it's not connected on that side, then it's not as sturdy a position for them to stand on. Now you fill in these back sections here because we don't want the babies to glitch out. Now underneath here we want to put our furnace, as this is where our items... Oh, that's not our furnace, this is our furnace. As that's where our items are going to come out of. So we put the furnace at the bottom. This is where our meat's going to go straight into. Because the beauty about these guys is they don't have to necessarily drop anything other than meat. So we don't have to worry about leather or anything like that. Now we'll put our hoppers on our droppers coming out of that other spot. Before we do that, we'll put him there. And that's it for that part. So we stand on here. The chest is going to be up at this level, but we'll worry about that in a moment. And we build 4 droppers. And we'll have to put the first one down first. And holding shift, we build the next 4. So the chest is going to sit on top of here. We have 2 functions for the chest. One is to, as we saw before, pull out the coal. And the next is to... Actually, that will still work. Normally you would face it straight down to that, but because it's not going into anything, it'll go down. So the next thing we want to do is put in some redstone, but I'll put that in a moment. And we want to put in our chest, which we can put in right now, actually. Like that. So we can put the items in there however we want to array them. It doesn't really matter. We'll worry about that in a moment. That's finishing touches, and right now we're not up to that. So this is our platform where we can put our redstone. Now let me pull out some stuff for the redstone, but otherwise we've pretty much completely built the main system. Now we put a solid block there. This is important. Even though we won't be able to see what's going on, it will ensure that the pigs don't glitch out, as they are prone to do if it's not properly done. So let me grab the appropriate items and we'll continue. Okay, so next we want to put a button on here and a lever on there. The lever down here is going to connect to some redstone, which we put on here. Now this, we could have put our hopper straight across there and it would have been able to sit on top of it as well. It doesn't really matter which way around you do it. Over there I have the redstone sitting on top of a hopper. It doesn't really matter because it's not normally going to filter out while you're breeding or while you're killing cows at the bottom. You're not going to run out of coal basically. It's not going to matter because you're not going to have this on all the time. So anyway, let's move on. Just wanted to clarify that in case people had noticed that from the other model over there. Keep in mind I will put this up for download in its own file, not with all this this I guess beta stuff in the background, stuff that I'm still working on, just so you have a clean slate to work with. Now let me pull out some glass, as we are going to need it in this part of the circuit. So what we do is we place a block on here. The redstone is going to be coming up here, here, and then on here. Now we've got some cool little stuff we're doing here. We'll put a piece of glass there and there. The glass is there so that it still acts like a solid block, even though glass really isn't that solid. You know, mobs can sit inside of it and without any problems, but it's another added measure to stop the pigs from glitching out. So we continue on. We want to place a torch on there, put a couple of blocks on here, a piston on here, this one here on 2 ticks, this one here on 1, and this one down here on 2 ticks as well. So that's our system. Now I'm pretty sure I've done that correctly. We'll test that to see if that works. We'll put the sign in there, and that should go right to the top, and it hasn't. Where did that get stuck? I'm curious now. Okay. Our sign has gone to the 6th dimension. It is no longer with us. Oh no, it's been filtered through here automatically. That's right. This was too quick for us. So it did go all the way through. It just, we haven't filled those with coal yet. I was a bit worried. I was like, what? How did we manage to do that? Alright. So we put a sign on here so the water, which we haven't put in there, but now have, when we press this button, won't go down the bottom. It'll stop the babies from coming back up, and there won't be any cross mixing or anything like that. Now, because the way this works here is because this is a little bit taller than a block, the pigs effectively sit a little bit above 1 block high, and because the babies are a little bit shorter than that, they go through the side there. So that's pretty much it though. We've pretty much done it. All we need to now do is fill up the dispensers, sorry, the hopper, the furnace we got there in the end, and these hoppers with coal. Only then will it work. So we can do this in one of 2 ways, which I'll show you in just a moment. Let me, actually, you know what? I'll do it now. We can, as far as the thing goes, we don't have to fill this entire thing with coal. We have to fill at least one of the spots with coal, but the other ones can be something else which won't be filtered through into the furnace, fuel area, basically, because the items are never going to be completely emptied from the furnace at the bottom here. So let me show you what I mean by that, and we'll come right back. Alright, so basically how we're going to do this is we get our hopper. There's going to be a number of them, and as you notice I've got a whole bunch of items here which are placeholders. Well, how the placeholders are going to work is we need 4 of them along here and one of the coals along there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have to just do 4. We can fill them up if we want to. But the coal will filter through, whereas these will stay the same. They have to be unique items, otherwise it will not work. So I've already put some coal into the furnace just so that nothing filters out as we do these. So we put our coal on there, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's done. Next one, we can't use sticks. We can alternate if you're running low on resources. So I can go like this. The next one can be sticks again. See, these are going to stay there. The next one we can go coal again. We used sticks last time. Let's put something else. Who cares? But yeah, you can alternate if you really want to. Next one, put sugar, or we can go back to sticks if we want to. It doesn't matter as long as the items aren't the same 2 hoppers in a row. And they're basically placeholders so you don't have to fill each and every spot with coal. So then whenever we put coal into the chest here, it'll stay in the chest until it is needed down by the bottom part. Let's put some. Let me show you that in action. Actually, I like that. So if we put these into here, these will all go down and they will cook, provided they get through the. There we go. So now they're coming through here. As you can see here, it's filtering through one at a time, and this will automatically refill the moment it already has refilled. It was on 63 in order to light that up, and it will continue to refill until we run out of coal. But that's basically how the system will work, because you can't effectively, you can cook it with sticks, but not with like flint or anything like that. So yeah, don't let it get too low, otherwise you're gonna run into problems. But we got plenty of coal here, and it's not hard to do. And as you can see, our cooked meat is coming up as it finishes, and that's it. Next thing you want to do is obviously get your pigs in here, and you're all good to go. Let me put a few in here, and then I'll do the time lapse for you. But if you don't stay tuned for the time lapse, then I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. The baby pig must have already died, and the drop must have melted away before I got here. But I'll put another pig in there, and we'll do another time lapse, or we will do a time lapse. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I'm Stevo, and I'll catch you later. See ya. Alright, so I had to make a slight modification to the design, but the exact same thing is true. So yeah, stay tuned for the time lapse, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.